Are you building a billion-dollar company? Then the most important thing is to align your customer acquisition cost with your customer lifetime value. In this video, we are going to discuss the customer acquisition cost for the Dear Customer segment. And welcome to the 3 Club. If you are chasing Dear Customer segment, let's have a look at how you have to align your customer acquisition cost with your customer lifetime value. And if you are new to our channel, I highly advise you to check the SaaS metrics video to know more about the terminologies like ARPU, CAC, CLV, and others. Understanding your business metrics is the most important thing for the success of your business. In that video, we also showed how to calculate these KPIs with simple examples. In addition to that, if you don't know what the Dear Customer segment means, we created a video on the animal metaphor used by the salespeople to represent the customer segments. I will link both the videos in the description below. You can check it out to know more about SaaS customer segments and KPIs. So what is the acceptable customer acquisition cost for Dear? The answer depends on a lot of factors that are very specific to your business. But I'm going to present the numbers based on the industry benchmark that most billion-dollar companies in this customer segment have. So we start with the values that you already know. Let's start with the average revenue per user, or ARPU. For Dear, the ARPU per year is $10,000. Since the ARPU is at a rate of $10,000 per customer per year, Dear customers are medium to big size enterprises. So Dear customers invest time into your product, and the annual churn rate for Dear is approximately 15%. If you have this ARPU and churn rate, with an 85% gross profit margin, which is the common profit margin for leading SaaS companies, then you have a CLV of $57,000 per customer for Dear. The last number that we are going to calculate is the acceptable CAC for this customer segment. According to the industry benchmark formula for calculating CAC, you need to take the lowest number, either 25% of your customer lifetime value, or 18 months of your gross profit margin. The lowest number is acceptable, because you can't spend too much of your CLV for CAC. At the same time, it's also important that your payback time is not too long. Otherwise, you can get into cash flow issues. Based on this simple formula, the acceptable customer acquisition cost for Dear is approximately $14,000. If you are chasing Dear, it probably makes more sense to talk about marketing qualified leads, or MQL. Because your conversion funnel is more complicated than just having trial users and paid users. So you should have additional steps. A trial or demo could be one of the ways for the prospect to get involved with your business. But it doesn't mean that these users will become paid users, since the ARPU per year is $10,000, which is a big amount. That's why we have to look into marketing qualified leads. How can you acquire 10,000 Dear with a 5% MQL to paid customers? You need at least 200,000 MQLs on your path to $100 million in ARR. So the question is, are there enough potential customers that are actively looking for your product, so that you can generate 200,000 MQLs? You need to figure it out. But the good thing is that the CLV is big enough to spend significantly on marketing, and to build an inside sales team. This is good news for all the people who are chasing Dear. It's not that difficult to do it on a small scale. So at the early stage you should target the users whom you can easily acquire. Like the customers who are actively looking for a product like yours. But don't get misled by your early stage CAC. The biggest challenge is to find ways to scale MQL generation at affordable costs. Usually it's misleading if you are looking at your early stage CAC, and you are just trying to extrapolate that. Because it might be harder to scale your early stage CAC. This often leads to the next question. Is it possible to try outbound sales if nobody is looking for your product? Can you try cold calling? And the answer depends on your business. So if you are not getting enough warm interest, you can call potential customers from a list of companies in your targeted industry. If it works, then it's good news for you, because you've found a way to scale your customer acquisition. But it's pretty tough to make the economics work. But limitations don't mean that this is impossible. We have successful companies like Salesforce and SAP in this customer segment. That's it for now. What do you think is the best sales and marketing strategy for this customer segment? Let us know that in the comments section below. Currently, we are working on other videos related to SaaS. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel, or follow us on LinkedIn or Facebook for the upcoming videos. And if you learned something from this video, then please hit the like button. I will see you in another video. Until then, bye.